from name and using the method cstring. So now I have a copy of the name in p2 string. So I'm gonna just see out p2 string equals p2 string. So far so good. And by the way, a character pointer can hold a string. Please enter your name, Banjo Jack. p2 string equals Banjo Jack. So we just made a copy in p2 string, so the pointer now contains a copy of the string. So that's good. Now what do? Now what we do is p_it equals string token method. String token splits up a string into tokens, and we're gonna say what string do we want? p2 string, and we want this is going to be our break specifier. So anytime the user enters in a space, we make we kind of get a new word from them. So while p_it is not equal to null, so while we still have input, we're gonna use cout p_it endl. So here's gonna be our main function, and then p_it equals string token method, and now I'm gonna say null, and once again so null specifies that we want to go back to the last place and keep searching until we find another one of these. So basically this string is gonna, p_iterator is gonna break up our string, and it will search until the end of the string, and then inside the while loop it will just keep going to its last place and then searching for space again and stuff like that. So it should produce the same result as the last program, which was kind of cheap, but so as you see, this is what the string token method did, and but as you see, we have some more flexibility when we make this program as compared to the other one. Why? Because we actually have access to p_iterator. Oops. Wow. I forgot I could move stuff like this. So we actually, you could say an array of p_iterators or a vector. Let's see, we haven't defined vectors yet, but let's say I wanted a vector of strings that's gonna be called name, and that's it. So now I can say here, for example, name push back. It's a function of a vector push back, and inside here I'm going to put p_it. And so now I can push back p_it into this vector, and I could run a while loop, cout endl, and I could run a for loop inside here, and I equals 0, I is less than name size, I plus plus, and I could just say cout let's see, name I. So something like this could and then put an endl, and then put cout vector name. So we'll get into vectors a bit more later. This is just like a sneak preview of what's about to come. So let's see. Oh, I have to include the vector library. Otherwise, it's a standard template library. So please enter your name. And here is our vector that contains exactly the same information as this thing, because the pushback method actually, a vector is like an array, and I might as well go into it now, but ooh, my bad again. So a vector is like an array, but the only difference between a vector and an array is that it that the vector does not require a set dimension. So I just declared a new empty vector here called name, and with the pushback, I'm basically creating a new element in the vector and putting the value of that element to p iterator. So now I can, since I have this, my first word is going to be under name 1, my second word is going to be name 0, my second word is going to be name 1, etc., etc., etc. So that's how I can actually reference them. So if I want the first word the user entered, I can say name 1, the second word name 2, name 0, name 1, name 2, name 3, etc. So that's pretty cool, and now you can work together with this vector. Of course, you could declare an array and just set the values of the array, but then you'll be wasting space as compared to a vector where you can actually use the pushback method, which I absolutely love. And now well, when we get into vectors, I'll tell you about sorting vectors and how to operate on vectors and stuff like that, and it's even better than arrays. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and if you have any questions, once again, go to reconnetworks.com, and thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon. Oh, one more thing before I leave. We can just say here cout name size and L. So we can actually get the amount of words in the vector. So, and here's, you see this 9 here, that's the amount of words that we entered. So if you ever wanted the amount of words that the user entered, here's 9. So that's very cool. The array also has the size function, so keep an eye for that. So thank you again. Sorry, I had to end this sooner. If you have any questions, please go to reconnetworks.com or just leave a comment after this video and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you and have a great day.